Hey everyone, welcome to this explainer. Look, if you've opened TikTok, Instagram, or well, literally any social app lately, you know the drill. You've definitely been bombarded by those gurus pushing that shiny, easy money dream. You know the ones, standing in front of rented luxury cars, swearing that if you just download this one secret app, you'll be swimming in passive income by Tuesday. Well, today, we are giving all of that a massive reality check. We're running a strict 30-day side hustle audit based on hard data and actual real-world testing to see what's actually worth your time. Because here is the real question we've got to answer today. Is it actually easy money, or are you just setting yourself up for a totally wasted month of frustration? We really wanted to know what happens when an average person, armed with nothing but a laptop and Wi-Fi, goes all in on a popular side hustle for 30 straight days. Does the cash actually start rolling in? Let's look at the data. Zero. Yep, a big fat zero. That is exactly how many dollars the vast majority of beginners make in month one. I know, it's a tough pill to swallow, but $0 is the harsh reality when you're starting from scratch. It completely shatters that whole overnight success myth that goes viral every other week. But hey, don't worry, we aren't here just to be a buzzkill. We're doing a tough love audit to separate the outright scams from the actually scalable businesses. All right, let's get into Section 1, the audit framework, evaluating the 30-day test. To do this right, we need a solid system to strip away all that flashy marketing and just look at the raw mechanics of how these businesses operate. For this explainer, we are ruthlessly judging 5 of the biggest side hustles on just 2 crucial metrics. First, startup costs, meaning how much cash do you have to risk just to get off the ground? And second, time to first dollar, literally how long it takes before you actually get paid. Honestly, when you are a beginner, these are the only 2 metrics that truly matter. Okay, let's jump right in. Hustle number 1 is print on demand. The concept here is that you create designs, upload them, and products like t-shirts or mugs only get printed and shipped after a customer actually buys them. Now, this perfectly shows why everyone loves the idea at first glance. The startup cost is incredibly low. You aren't hoarding boxes of inventory in your garage, which removes a huge financial barrier. But check out that second item. Time to first dollar is measured in months. The reality here is that seeing an immediate return as a beginner is incredibly rare. Why does it take so long? Well, because the barrier to entry is so low, the competition is just massive. They will absolutely down you out. Unless you can find a highly specific, untapped niche and you're willing to just relentlessly upload quality designs week after week, making any real money in your first 30 days is an uphill battle. It's super easy to start, but really hard to actually grow. Moving right along to hustle number 2, freelancing. Instead of trying to invent some brand new product, freelancing is all about taking skills you already have and selling them directly to people who need them. We're talking about standard, high-demand skills like video editing, graphic design, coding, writing, or managing socials. And the absolute best part about this hustle, you don't need a viral video or thousands of followers. You literally just need one single client to say yes to get your business moving. And when we apply our core metrics, freelancing absolutely crushes it. The startup cost is practically zero, assuming you already have a computer. But the kicker? Because you're trading a direct skill for cash, your time to first dollar is the absolute fastest on our list. You could honestly pitch someone on a Monday, finish a quick editing job by Wednesday, and have cash in hand by Friday. Shifting gears a bit, let's look at hustle number 3. This is the one always pushed as the holy grail of passive income, YouTube automation. The pitch is that you just post faceless videos and let the ad revenue roll in while you sleep. But look at how much stuff piles up here before you earn a single penny. You've got this massive mountain of hidden labor just to get started. You have to figure out SEO so people actually find you, write compelling scripts, record voiceovers, edit the video to keep retention high, and design a clickable thumbnail. It is a huge learning curve. Because of all those moving pieces, even though the startup costs are relatively low to medium, that time to first dollar is painfully slow. Let's be real, most of these channels make absolutely $0 in month 1. That said, if you can stick it out, older videos can keep bringing in revenue for years, so the long-term upside is definitely there. Next up is hustle number 4, affiliate marketing. The concept is super straightforward. Recommend a product, give them your unique link, and grab a commission when they buy. But here is the massive catch. It absolutely requires an audience. No blog traffic, no YouTube channel, no email list, no followers. Well, then you have no sales. The startup cost is technically low, but the time to your first dollar is brutally slow because building real trust with an audience takes a lot of time. It's an amazing long-term play, but definitely not a quick 30-day shortcut to wealth. And finally, we have hustle number 5, selling digital products. We're talking about things like downloadable Notion planners, ebooks, templates, and Canva designs. The workflow here is actually pretty fascinating. Step 1 is definitely the hardest. You have to solve a real problem that someone will actually pay for. But once you nail that, step 2 is creating it just once. Then step 3 is where the magic happens. You can sell that exact same file over and over again with zero shipping or manufacturing costs. It's just your time up front. But your time to first dollar totally depends on whether you built something people genuinely want. Okay, we've broken down all 5. Now let's move to our next section, the definitive data matrix, guru versus reality. Let's stack all of these side hustles up against each other and strip away all that guru hype. You might actually want to take a screenshot of this data matrix. It's crazy how clearly it separates the immediate cash flow opportunities from the slow burn projects. If you want cash right now, freelancing is basically your only real option, where you aren't waiting on a social media algorithm to bless you or spending months building an audience. The other 4 are totally valid business models, for sure, but you've got to have the patience for a much longer time horizon. Looking at our core metrics, this chart breaks down our final top 3 recommendations. Freelancing easily ranks first for beginners just based on sheer speed to that first dollar. Digital products take silver since they scale so well once you get the product right, and YouTube comes in third. It takes the absolute most patience up front, but the passive potential down the line is basically unmatched. Which brings us to our final section, the true cost of success. After analyzing 30 straight days of side hustle data, there is one massive takeaway you really need to internalize. I gotta hit you with some tough love here, but it's important. There is no magic website, no secret app, no overnight success. Honestly, the biggest shock from all this data wasn't the dollar amounts. It was just how heavily everything relied on simple consistency. The people out there making serious money, they spent months, sometimes years, quietly getting better at their craft and just showing up every single day. That is the unglamorous reality those viral videos conveniently leave out. So here is the bottom line for this explainer. If you're starting from zero right now, stop chasing the fastest, easiest money and start chasing the strongest skill. Because skills create income. Income creates freedom, and ultimately freedom creates choices in your life. Just get undeniably good at something first, writing, coding, editing, whatever, and I promise you, the income will follow. All right, that is our complete side hustle audit. We've covered the startup costs, the time to first dollar, and the brutal realities of month 1. So now it's on you. I'm challenging you to actually take action on what you just learned. Let me know down in the comments, based on the real data we went over today, which side hustle are you actually committing to starting this year? Thanks so much for hanging out with me for this explainer, and I seriously can't wait to see what you build.